Check. Mic check 1 2. All right. I'm live.
Says you're live here.
All right. How's it sound?
Hey, there's our awesome.
Check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2. Audio test. Check 1 2. Little hot,
Oh no, I'd say it's all right.
or is you just turning your phone up too high? All right.
Yeah, my phone's all the way up.
We're probably gonna try to have a couple chairs out here if it's all right with you. Do you have? All right.
Well,
And
we'll
I'm
be out of here by the time you're officially. Oh no, you open at 8, don't you?
well, like when I start, they open.
So we're gonna put your computer right here if we can.
Let's do that. Okay. All right. Hey, I got 3 people on, 2 people on. All right. Let me know how the audio sounds here. We're doing the first attempt at going a different direction with the show and going on the road with it here. So I got a few things I got to set up. We'll leave YouTube running here. Karen, good morning, Karen. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback on that. So we're broadcasting from Lake Sak here. And what my attempt, how far can I go with this before the cables? All right. So I should have brought an extension for my headphones because that's not very far. All right. Okay. There you go. All right. So what the plan is, if you're monitoring this on KGFX Peer and also KOLY, I'm looking to go on more remote stuff. So if you guys ever have anybody that wants me to come and join them from their location, I'm trying to make it so I can do everything and still have good quality audio. All right. I'm going to go quiet for a little bit here and set up a few more things. All right. Let's go back here. All right. I'm going to steal Chuck. Good morning, Chuck Hansen. Good to see you on Facebook or YouTube Live. Get a couple chairs set up here.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust is happy to serve the communities.
Try now, he says. Okay.
You got sound now?
I have audio
In
in
your
my
ears?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
There you go.
Just trying to hook up Lin phones or K-Fire is all I'm waiting on here.
Cool. I'll get my cam.
And it is struggling. Oh, geez. All right. That's not working there. Mike.
Fives and Senex last night, but I needed 1023s.
That is incredibly loud. That wasn't working, whoever. All right, Mike, you might have to try YouTube there.
No big deal.
Evidently, that's working.
Wow. No feedback?
Oh, Lin phone just beat me in the ears. It was really, really loud.
How'd you like it?
Not well. That hurt.
Okay, where's that?
I'll give it one more try.
Infested for zebra mussels. The zebra mussels were initially discovered by the United States Army Corps of Engineers while working maintenance at Big Bend Dam, which is situated at the lower end of Lake Sharp. It has been further documented that
Good morning,
zebra
Scott.
mussels are present in multiple areas of the lower portion
Good morning,
of
Scott.
Lake
Can you hear
Sharp.
me?
Going back to South Dakota
I can
in
hear you, Mikey.
2015, reproducing populations of zebra mussels
hear
were
me, Mike?
discovered in Lewis and Clark Lake and the Missouri River below Gavin's Point Dam in 2015.
Test 1, 2. Can you
Lewis
hear
and
me?
Clark Lake is situated just south across the South Dakota border into Nebraska, and Lewis and Clark Lake is Nebraska's second largest reservoir. The discovery of zebra mussels in Lake Sharp indicates their continued spread upstream into the main stem Missouri River system. Initial surveys conducted in Lake Francis Case immediately below Big Bend Dam have not shown the presence of adult zebra mussels. The elevation of Lake Francis Case is drawn
Mike,
down
test
20
1,
feet
2, 3,
each
4.
fall.
Mike, can you hear me?
Mussels
Check,
less
check,
than
check,
20
check.
feet deep would dry out or freeze over the winter, meaning any existing mussels may be harder to find. Additionally, mussel surveys will be conducted in the coming weeks to determine the extent of the infestation in Lake Sharp and if zebra mussels are also present in Lake Francis Case. So just what is a zebra mussel? Zebra mussels are small invasive clams
Try that.
native to the Black and Caspian Seas in
Holy
Eastern
cow, that
Europe.
was loud in the ear.
Although usually less than an inch in size as adults, they can rapidly reproduce and spread under the
Check,
right
check, check,
conditions.
check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Oh, there we go. That's better, Mike. Thank you. Good golly, that was loud.
Good morning, Scott. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a different mixer board I'm using. So whatever you're playing in program or Audition feeds right to my ears and back into my system. So take whatever feeding to me out of Audition, so I don't get feedback coming in, sending up to the YouTube side.
Okay, that's fine. I got the I got it off the Audition as well too. So I'm gonna do it on Lin phone. I got the Audition off as well.
That sounds good. As long as you got me, Facebook is working here. They got me down in South Dakota, so we're gonna just get our stuff pooping a group here, and my clock's ready to go.
Okay, sounds good. I've got YouTube going as a backup as well too. In case Lin phone screws up, I'll switch over to YouTube. So I got two of you going at the same time. So one fails, the other's a backup.
Okay, cool, man. Sounds good. Thank you. We'll
Sounds good. Thank you.
you bet. Look at that. All over the world is people in China looking and saying, what is going on with these two guys? So there you go. Got your sheets? Did you leave them out in the picnic table? I didn't grab them. All right, thanks, Mike. I got you on YouTube as well. Thanks for checking in. All righty. Morning. You guys want to be live on the radio? Huh? Come on. Everybody's going to sneak behind us and run. Oh, that's good stuff. Pretty sure I had South Dakota Governor's Cup results. I had South Dakota Governor's Cup here. Darren, looking good this morning. You guys must have behaved last. Yeah, we went to bed. That was the night before. I had South Dakota Governor's Cup results, and now I can't find them. It was on Facebook right there, 45th South Dakota Governor's Cup. Spring Creek. The problem I had with this was I had to search a little deeper to actually find the results. Got a glare? All right. Where is this at? Sure. I agree.
That helped a little bit.
2019 South Dakota Governor's Cup team tournament results. Right there.
There you go.
That was last weekend, I believe. So
Yes, it was.
there you go. All righty. So we have about 6-7 minutes. Morning. Give me a mic test here, Flather. Check.
Mic check. 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Mic test. Testes. Mic test. Syllabus.
No. Got to be careful now. We're still
Boxes.
live, man.
Boxes bar.
All right.
Jimmy's Lounge. Long shots.
I got it.
We hit them all.
All right.
We good?
We're good.
All right.
Yep. All right. We're going to be 3 minutes.
Not till after. Yeah, I can clog up. I better do this. I better rinse down my donut. Big old mouthful of donut while I'm trying to. Oh, yeah. They're tasty. 7 or 8 more, really good. Yeah.
All right. Once again, broadcasting from the hub for all you folks. So we're officially now vlogging vlogs. You had to turn your mic up just a little bit higher. It's a little different impedance than my auctioneer mic here.
I'm just quiet.
Yeah.
We didn't test to see if we can take calls yet.
Thinking we can, as long as if we do take one, we just have to hold the phone here so they can hear us. That's all. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, that's turned up. We're ready there. Intro's ready. They're in my pickup.
Are they?
Yeah. I brought the secondary system. These sound better.
Huh?
These sound better.
Do they?
And there's no way of us putting the headphones in. I don't have a quarter splitter. Well, I might. I don't know. It might be in the toolbox. I have to grab it the other way. That way they see the hub.
That's what there's a.
It's all about angles. What's that?
Yeah, you're having boxes withdrawals this morning, I noticed.
It could have been that or the 60-degree meat locker I slept in last night.
Oh, come on.
My God, is that cold in that place? Holy moly.
When Sarah and the girls leave, I turn the heat down like 5 degrees.
The heat down.
Turn the heat down.
Ooh,
Turn the cold up.
it was cold.
Awesome.
I don't know who sleeps in that room, but I used their robe as a blanket last night too.
Oh, I picked one?
Yeah.
That's Sarah's. That's Sarah's get the hell out of the bedroom room when I start thrashing around at night and wake her up. She bails and goes in the basement.
60 seconds. Are you guys having some adult slushies at the hub? Yes, we are, actually.
Any real good fan would be here having one with us, Darren.
Does he work on Saturday?
You've got 1 hour to get here and have one with us.
There you go.
Yeah, and then all day after that, Alexis says, yeah, you don't go to the zoo in Minot. That's a horrible idea. Come up here, have some hub slushies, and go on the lake.
All right.
That calendar out of the way so we can you move that so we can see the talking?
Don't worry.
All right.
I can when I have more than one screen.
Here, I'll pull feed on here so I can see whatnot.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors, live from the hub in Hazen Bay, North Dakota, Lake Sak. We're here. My buddy Jesse is joining me on the program here today. Morning, Jesse.
Morning. How are you doing?
Or
better than yesterday morning.
I'm not hanging, and we're going fishing.
That's right.
You're going patrol boating, but we're going fishing. So you bet. I'm doing really well. So we're brought to you today by Chris Fitter Oil Company. Thanks, Chris, for giving us the opportunity to come up this way. And big thanks to our host here this morning, Alexis from the hub. Come around here, Alexis, so let everybody say hi to you. Here. So
she makes a mean smoothie or whatever.
Slushy. So there's Alexis. Alexis, thank you. So grab the mic, hold it really close to your face there. So how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
It's great. Thanks for opening up a half hour early for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do it every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Is this the first time anybody's been on 6 states of radio stations, KFYR, Bismarck, KOLY, Mobridge, and KGFX in Pierre, South Dakota? Has this the first remote been here?
Yes, it is.
It is. So they can see you on YouTube shaking your head, yes, but they can't hear that on radio.
Sorry.
So you bet. So Alexis, how long have you been you're the manager?
I am.
So how long have you been doing that?
Since May, actually, just this year.
So Chris promoted you?
Jared did.
Jared did.
Yep,
Okay.
through the hub.
Chris doesn't have power up here? Just Jared and Alexis. Oh, okay. So talk to us here. This is the first time I've had a slushie. Now you call these adult slushies.
We
Why?
do.
Why is that?
Because they have alcohol in them.
Okay.
And if kiddos come up and they ask for one, you got to say no, of
Okay.
course.
All right. But they can have a regular slushie.
They can, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys got a little bit of everything here at the hub. So if
We do.
anybody's listening on K-Fire, you know, the Dakota Walleye Classic fishing tournament's going on here this weekend, and this is day 2. We'll have results from day 1 coming up here shortly. But so is it a bad thing that we're doing this early in the morning?
Heck no.
Okay.
No, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
I like Alexis. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for having us. I appreciate
Thank
you very
you.
much. We'll catch up with you again a little bit later in the radio program.
Sounds good.
And my vlog on Facebook or YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. And you can keep in contact with us on the chat comment. Also, a little bit different here, Jesse. So this is the first time since myself going on all 3 radio stations that we're on to do a remote one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of the trial run, and I appreciate Chris Fitter and Fitter Oil Company and the hub here at the Hazen Bay to allow us to use their internet here. And thanks to rural telco companies and rural broadband companies like Consolidated Communications and
West River telephone fiber running up here.
West River telephone fiber right here, and that one runs all the way through Mobridge. I mean, they got a big territory.
Yep.
So big thanks to those guys for having good quality internet here in the rural areas of the Dakota Territory. A big day yesterday. There was a lot. 1 day total for this is Dakota Walleye Classic. We do have results from the North Dakota Governor's Cup, and I have results from the South Dakota Governor's Cup that was held last weekend. And but there's been the 2 top teams right now, 20-some pounds, right?
Yeah,
they're weighing 5 fish in.
They're weighing 5 fish in. We got to the weigh-in a little bit late
I
yesterday.
should say they can weigh up to 5 fish because there's a lot of teams
A lot
that
of
just bring 5
zeros.
fish.
A little ugly yesterday. The whitecaps got so big that the whitecaps disappeared and just turned into ginormous rollers. We did have one boat that had some mechanical difficulties. They ended up getting washed up on shore. We had to give them guys a ride back.
Yeah.
When we're done with the show today, I'm heading out to try to help them guys retrieve their boat. It's still in the lake. The first thing that was said to us when we got to Beulah Bay yesterday at weigh-in was, boys, for the first time ever, I had to split the 5 fish to weigh them. It maxed out the scale.
Yeah.
So yesterday, they set a new one-day record for the Dakota Walleye Classic, and actually the top 2 teams both broke the old record.
Yeah.
Second place is at 28.32 pounds, and first place for the first day of 2019 Dakota Walleye Classic, 29.07 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
And I have the top 8 biggest fish from yesterday.
Okay.
That we'll do here after the first break here. But Darren, he's watching on the YouTube live feed right now. He's going to come up here and have an adult slushy with us, he says.
You would think that he could be a fishing guide, but
he could?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the Hazen Park board.
Oh,
he helps control what goes on up here at Hazen Bay. You think he'd be seasoned in the lake and where things are at, but apparently he's got to go chase monkeys at the zoo. I wonder if he's going to jump over the fence and touch one.
Well,
like
that was a big story.
Week.
Yeah, somebody jumped over and touched a monkey.
Yeah, the monkey. Isn't there a song like that? Turning into Todd Mitchell here. My mind is wandering.
You probably a little Saturday night at the oldies going on right here is what's happening. So turn on my clock back. So also a little bit different here. We can take phone calls. Now, this may or may not work as well as we think here, but we're going to sure give it a try. But you'll have to call my cell phone or text your comments, questions, and concerns to 701-425-6651. That's 701-425-6651 if you want to join in here and talk a little bit on the fishing side of things here, because that's where we're going to be headed. You're going to be pulling that boat out, and that's going to take a little bit of time here.
It will.
So explain before we got to go into break here. Their main motor went down, so they tried using their trolling motor, and what happened there?
Yeah, their main motor went down. We're not sure why yet. Once their main motor went down, they tried to get to safety with their trolling motor. It really was, folks. I've been on this lake a lot. I've got a boat that can handle pretty big water. That was the biggest water I've seen in a long time up here. There were some competitors, not sure why they had the tournament yesterday and didn't postpone it and hold it Saturday, Sunday, but it was dead calm in the morning, so they sent guys out. Their main motor went down. They tried to use their trolling motor. Their trolling motor couldn't fight that wind. They ended up tripping breakers.
Right.
And then the bilge pumps went down and everything went bad, and they ended up on shore. And luckily it took us over an hour to get 7 miles to them on the water.
Yeah.
And luckily when we got there, they were standing on shore safe. They weren't dry, but
none of us were dry yesterday.
They had all their stuff out of the boat, and they were just waiting for us to pick them up. So it turned out to be a best of a bad situation.
Yeah, and they were pretty appreciative. The fun part was it was a guy and his grandpa.
Yep, grandpa son combo.
A grandpa son combo, and grandpa was just chilled back. He was like, you know what? Let the boat sink.
It was his boat, and he really didn't care.
He didn't care.
As long as he was on
Safe.
land.
As long as him and his grandson were safe, he was plumb happy with how everything went. And he said, now I can just sit back and drink some beer.
So we gave him one.
Yeah. It didn't take long to finish that one up. I think the nerves were going a little bit on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing about this. When you get on the bigger water, you got to watch that wind. And man, I tell you what, that is quite possibly, besides halibut fishing in Alaska, that was the roughest I've ever seen on that water anyway.
Yeah, it's, it doesn't matter if you've got a 14. In fact, the grandpa in that boat, he was telling us some stories on the way back to Beulah Bay. He used to fish this lake all the time in a 14, 15-foot little aluminum boat with a 35 horse on it. It doesn't matter if you've got a 14-foot boat or a 41-foot boat. If your motor's quit and you're in wind like that, good luck.
Yeah. Now, there was another rescue mission that another guy with a 36-foot Baja boat.
Yeah.
And he says that he hit some of them, that he got both motors out of the water and jumped it a few times.
That's a 36-foot boat, weighs over 10,000 pounds, and he had it all the way out of the water. He had to run all the way up to Nishu. A non-tournament boat somehow ran out of gas. So Joey took off and went up there to rescue him, since we were trying to take care of tournament boats. So yeah. We thank him for helping everybody out there, too.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to be back more coming up here. This is Dakota Prairie Outdoors broadcasting, courtesy of Chris Fitter and Fitter Oil Company and the hub here at Hazen Bay. If you're listening, swing in, stop in, and say hi to us here, and come on the radio with us.
Anybody that can get here before the show is over, I will buy them an adult slushie. If you're over 21, obviously.
If you're over 21. We'll be back more. Dakota Prairie Outdoors and KFYR Bismarck, KOLY Mobridge, and KGFX Pierre, South Dakota.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust is happy to serve the communities we are in, whether it's sponsoring a local team or rodeo, helping take tickets, or having a good neighbor club loyalty event. We are thankful for the great communities we live in. Without the community, we are just a bank. Please visit us at any of our 11 locations to learn more about us. We're in Bismarck, Bowman, Dickinson, Glen Ullin, Hebron, Taylor, Lincoln, Mandan, and New Leipzig. Dakota Community Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Mandan Sporting Goods, 210 East Main. Again, sitting with Joe, talking about deer hunting coming around the corner. When it comes to the deer list, you don't think about your wife's deer list. It's deer hunting, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. She doesn't make very good venison.
Let's talk about the rifles for deer season here. You got plenty of them to choose from, but name like some of the top three that people are coming in and they're just flying off the shelf.
Well, I would say the Marlins, Ruger Americans, of course, the Remingtons, of course. Savage is a super gun out of the box. They're as good as any of them as far as accuracy right out of the box.
What are some of the special things that coming around deer season, like optics, ammunition people are looking at? I know rangefinders are kind of big, and you guys carry a full line of optics as well.
Rangefinders is quite a thing. I mean, you got your cheaper ones, you got your higher ones. If you're going to buy one, you may as well buy a good one that'll get out there.
Mandan Sporting Goods, it's 210 East Main. Stop by.
We want amazing innovations to drive progress for generations. We want jobs and careers for generations. We want American energy production that protects our land and the wildlife for generations. Today, the advanced technologies deployed by the North Dakota oil and gas producers are making that happen. And with the promise of emerging technologies, the energy of North Dakota has a very bright future for generations to come. This message is brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Council. To learn more, visit energyofnorthdakota.com. Pifer's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Pifer's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Hi, everybody. This is Scott Bachmeyer, and besides being the host of Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio and also a rancher in the Badlands, I'm also an auctioneer. So if you're looking to auction off property, maybe you have farm equipment, a production sale coming up, even a benefit or a fundraiser, I'm the guy that can help you out. Maybe you're listening and you have your own auction company and you find yourself short of help sometimes. I can step up as an auctioneer or even help as a ringman. Give me a call, send me a message, 701-425-6651. That's 701-425-6651. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto,
You can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton.
Pfeiffer's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Pfeiffer's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to Pfeiffer's.com.
Mandan Sporting Goods, 210 East Main. You can't find a better place. Joe's with me here. We're talking personal protection. I'll tell you what, Joe, everybody's looking for a good handgun. What do you have?
Oh, we pretty much got them all. We got the LCPs. We got the LCP with the laser. We got that little Taurus. We got the Bersa 380s, Caltech 9, Smith & Wesson 38s, Ruger 38s, with or without the laser. You can get a Smith ultralight with the laser, with the short hammer if you want, or enclosed. You got Beretta. We got the new one, the Nano. We got the Colt Defenders in. Those are really nice. The new Ruger SR22. It might be 22, but it's still a good all-around gun.
Now, if you're tough enough to wear pink, I see a pistol on the side of your hip right now with pink handguards. What's up with that?
Well, that's pretty nice, but you have to be a real man to hold a pink one, you know, but nobody will mess with you.
210 East Main. It's Mandan Sporting Goods. Stop by.
The North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame now open 7 days a week in historic Medora. Plan to come spend some time with us and absorb all that is new for 2019. We have a new digital display as well as stunning photography and more in the Hall of Honorees, new displays throughout the museum and more. Follow the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame on Facebook and learn more about us at NorthDakotaCowboy.com. And consider becoming a member today at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. Come ride with us into the future, proudly honoring and preserving our past.
And welcome back, everybody, to Dakota Prairie Outdoors, live from the hub in Hazen Bay, right on the entrance here at Lake Sak. It is the Dakota Walleye Classic Fishing Tournament. And I've been broadcasting up here for, Jesse, about 3 years now, I think. We've been doing this. We usually do it live on the water.
Yeah, this is our third year broadcasting from the tournament, live from the water. That might happen next year. We're going to take this whole pony show on the boat and see if it works through my mobile hotspot.
Can Alexis come with slushies?
Maybe later. I don't know what time she gets off. You got to work all day.
I know the guy who owns the place. I'm pretty sure we can make this work.
When I come back with the big boat, after towing the boat, we'll get more slushies.
All right. So I received a text message. If anybody wants to call in, discuss just anything about the outdoors. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing and fishing results here today, of course. But my neighbor says he can't make it all the way up here for a slushie. An adult slushie, so we're going to have that when we start weaning calves here this fall. So now we have to find a slushie machine.
Branding slushies,
weaning slushies, moving cows during the summer slushies. Alexa started something.
Yeah,
she started
gave
something.
him the slushy disease here.
Yeah. All right, so let's go through some results here.
Okay.
Since it is Dakota Walleye Classic, let's start with that, and then we'll go through the Governor's Cup stuff that happened in both North and South Dakota last weekend. And I will pull up some big fish stuff here, too.
Okay. One thing that you pointed out to me yesterday, Scott, that I've never really looked at was a very interesting number.
Totals, yeah. Well, it's they have these things called, it's cool, they call the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And at the end, they tally everything up, so that's pretty cool.
So,
but a little bit lighter this year because day one was, 25-mile-an-hour winds on the lake.
So 2018 day one, total fish caught was 775 compared to this year's
775 fish off of day one.
Off of just day one. Tournament. And 2019 here, they were down to 623 fish. So
150 less.
About 150 fish less this year. About 2,160 pounds of fish last year, 1,686, so about 500 pounds short of last year. Last year, though, day one was like today is going to be just about calm water.
Really nice calm,
We should have been wakeboarding last year instead of fishing, but we did catch fish.
But the theory says, everybody says that when it's rougher water, you catch more or bigger fish. Is that hold true? I mean,
I don't know.
You live up here. You should know.
I wakeboard and tube and drink.
Okay.
So I fish a little bit. I am not the one to go to for advice on fishing.
Well, you had some good advice to this guy that came into the hub.
Poor Kevin Molk asked me where the fish were biting, and I told him in the mouth in the lake. You didn't think that was funny at all. So our top 5 this year for the 2019
let's go
Dakota
top
Walleye
15.
Classic. 15.
Let's go.
All right.
I want you to practice these names a little bit better.
In 15th place, Jordan Duree and Brandon Frank at 16.82 pounds. 14th, Henry and Joe Juntanen. Yep.
Just to jump in here, they all checked in 5 fish.
Yeah, all the
top
way
15.
down to 49th. Oh no, right there, 43rd. So we've got some people with 4 fish that are in the top 50. They had some bigger fish, and 4 fish put them up in the numbers.
Right.
So in 14th place, Henry and Joe Juntanen with 16.9. 13th place, Mike and Morgan Bosch at 16.99. 12th place, Jesse Schumacher and Don Schumacher at 17.03. 11th place, Mark and Brandon Rodeker at 17.28 pounds. 10th place, Brett Charvet and Bill Gross at 17.37 pounds. That's Brandon, Mandan Sporting Goods, Brandon's brother.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
9th place, Travis Clemens and Roger Schumann at 17.61 pounds. 8th place, Marcus Hamby and Bill Keller, 18.25 pounds. 7th place, Gene Duchuk and Shelby Stern, 19.09 pounds. 6th place, Jesse Carter and Justin Selzer at 19.96. Top 5 starts off with Stu Mead and Dale Westmeister with 20.46. In 4th place, Mark Leprecht and Dennis Boniai at 22.46. 3rd place, Kyle Hertz and Jason Franzen at 22.75.
Now, I believe that Kyle Hertz was the father of that little boy that won the first prize deal last night.
The little guy with the glasses.
I believe so, yeah.
There's a good interview for you to do. Talk to Szynski over there. So the guy selling sunglasses.
Yeah.
And interview him about how they test little kids to see if they need glasses. They can't tell you which way the E is facing.
I asked
I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
2nd place, Jason and Preston Broughton, 5 fish at 28.32 pounds, breaking the 1-day total record. And then breaking that record, team number 118, Casey Dodson and Logan Clark, with a 5 fish total of 29.07 pounds. And I believe they had the big fish of the day also.
They did, yeah. The top 5 biggest fish after day 1, Dakota Walleye Classic at Lake Sak. The 5th largest fish was Team 33, Hamby and Keller. That fish weighed 7.16 pounds. In 4th place, Team 31, that's Rodeker. They had a 7.31 pound walleye. In 3rd place, Team 80, Broughton, 7.51 pound. The 2nd largest fish yesterday was Team 41, Hertz and Franzen, I believe is his name. It's a little hard to see on mine here. 7.86, and the biggest fish for yesterday was 8.46 pound fish, and that was the leading team, Team 118, Dodson and Clark up there. So not only the biggest fish, but that fish bumped them into the lead, taken on day 1. You know, it's going to be a little bit different today. It's like glass out there right now. I say it's nice.
It'll be interesting. You know, last year's day 1 leader, I believe, was Jason Wright. Yeah, Jason and James Wright at 22.2 pounds. They ended up in 4th place last year with 36.58.
So last year they were actually heavier than this year or not?
No.
Oh, I'm looking at a different page.
No,
okay.
Sorry. That's fine. I got the final sheet here now.
I got you.
So last year's winning weight was 41.56. So
and that's on 10 fish.
That's on 10 fish.
Yep.
So that number 1 team right now is sitting at almost 30 pounds already. They're set to just smash the winning weight.
But it all can change.
They could turn in a 1. They could turn in a
goose egg.
6 pounds today or 0.
Absolutely.
You just never know,
Yeah.
especially with the wind churning up the lake the way it did yesterday. It's, you know, I had a couple guys show me how to fish when I first moved up here. It was all about mud lines and structure. And well, now your mud lines are going to be pretty fuzzy. It's chocolate milk everywhere out there in the mouths of the bays. So I don't know really what to do. I hope I can put you and Gene on 1 fish today, and I'll be happy.
1?
1, and I'll be dang
That's a
happy.
terrible.
I know.
You're not going to make a living as a guide. I'll give you that.
I may have to pay people to go fishing with me.
Well, I know Brent Chemnitz, you know, his confidence level is way higher when I go to Mobridge.
Yeah, but he's got brand new everything and fishes every day and kind of knows what he's doing.
All right, I got a text message.
Okay.
I don't recognize the number.
Okay.
We're going to share these here. 701-425-6651 if you want to text, comment, concerns here. You need to get yourself a daiquiri whacker. Gas-powered portable blender. Brings conversation and joy to any get-together.
You sure that wasn't Jamie Brecht?
No, I got his number.
Oh, it sounds like something he'd come up with. A what? A daiquiri whacker?
Gas-powered portable blender.
Fair enough.
But it's called a daiquiri whacker. Do you know what that is, Alexis?
We're going to have to Google that at the bottom of the hour break here.
I don't know if I want to do it on their internet, though. It might be something I don't want to look up. I don't know what it is here. So, but you bet. And another comment here before that came in on my YouTube channel. Darren Munn says Cowboy Hall of Fame golf tournament slushies.
There we go. Fastenal could sponsor a booth.
I'm surprised Fastenal, didn't jump on the bandwagon and support our broadcast up here, but Chris Fitter's not worried. Fitter Oil Company's like, heck yeah. He delivered propane or diesel fuel when we were hanging the other day, and
I was the last person that he thought he was going to see pull up for diesel when he brought fuel out to your place, West Amidon.
He about didn't even drop any diesel in there. So anyway, that's day one results. We're going to have Governor's Cup results here in the second half of the program coming up as well.
North and South Dakota.
North and South Dakota. Hopefully I won't slaughter too many names here, but we'll try the best we can because it's just nice to get this information out. It's just that middle of summer, man. It's going pretty quick, and a lot of fishing tournaments. I mean, there's a lot of fish getting taken out of these systems, and it's just impressive how they can continuously I know they stock.
It's always a discussion on a lake this big. There's always a discussion on whether or not people think it could be fished out. And
sure doesn't seem like it.
I've seen fish size do a roller coaster.
Right.
And for me, it seems to vary according to lake level and Cisco and bait fish levels. So I don't know. Good argument to get into.
Well, call in 701-425-6651, or you can just send me a text. More Dakota Prairie Outdoors coming at you from Fitter Oil Company and the Hub in Hazen Bay.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust is happy to serve the communities we are in, whether it's sponsoring a local team or rodeo, helping take tickets, or having a good neighbor club loyalty event. We are thankful for the great communities we live in. Without the community, we are just a bank. Please visit us at any of our 11 locations to learn more about us. We're in Bismarck, Bowman, Dickinson, Glen Ullin, Hebron, Taylor, Lincoln, Mandan, and New Leipzig. Dakota Community Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Mandan Sporting Goods, 210 East Main. Again, sitting with Joe talking about deer hunting coming around the corner. When it comes to deer list, you don't think about your wife's deer list. It's deer hunting, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. She doesn't make very good venison.
Let's talk about the rifles for deer season here. You got plenty of them to choose from, but name like some of the top three that people are coming in and they're just flying off the shelf.
Well, I would say the Marlins, Ruger Americans, of course, the Remingtons, of course. Savage is a super gun out of the box. They're as good as any of them as far as accuracy right out of the box.
What are some of the special things that coming around deer season, like optics, ammunition people are looking at? I know rangefinders are kind of big, and you guys carry a full line of optics as well.
Rangefinders is quite a thing. I mean, you got your cheaper ones, you got your higher ones. If you're going to buy one, you may as well buy a good one that'll get out there.
Mandan Sporting Goods, it's 210 East Main. Stop by.
We want amazing innovations to drive progress for generations. We want jobs and careers for generations. We want American energy production that protects our land and the wildlife for generations. Today, the advanced technologies deployed by the North Dakota oil and gas producers are making that happen. And with the promise of emerging technologies, the energy of North Dakota has a very bright future for generations to come. This message is brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Council. To learn more, visit energyofnorthdakota.com. Pifer's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Pifer's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Hi, everybody. This is Scott Bachmeyer, and besides being the host of Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio and also a rancher in the Badlands, I'm also an auctioneer. So if you're looking to auction off property, maybe you have farm equipment, a production sale coming up, even a benefit or a fundraiser, I'm the guy that can help you out. Maybe you're listening and you have your own auction company and you find yourself short of help sometimes. I can step up as an auctioneer or even help as a ringman. Give me a call, send me a message, 701-425-6651. That's 701-425-6651. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, You can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton.
Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Mandan Sporting Goods, 210 East Main. You can't find a better place. Joe's with me here. We're talking personal protection. I'll tell you what, Joe, everybody's looking for a good handgun. What do you have?
Oh, we pretty much got them all. We got the LCPs, we got the LCP with the laser, we got that little Taurus, we got the Bersa 380s, Caltech 9, Smith & Wesson 38s, Ruger 38s, with or without the laser. You can get a Smith ultralight with the laser, with the short hammer if you want, or enclosed. You got Beretta. We got the new one, the Nano. We got the Colt Defenders in. Those are really nice. The new Ruger SR22. It might be 22, but it's still a good all-around gun.
Now, if you're tough enough to wear pink, I see a pistol on the side of your hip right now with pink handguards. What's up with that?
Well, that's pretty nice, but you have to be a real man to hold a pink one, you know. But nobody will mess with you.
210 East Main. It's Mandan Sporting Goods. Stop by.
The North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame now open 7 days a week in historic Medora. Plan to come spend some time with us and absorb all that is new for 2019. We have a new digital display as well as stunning photography and more in the Hall of Honorees, new displays throughout the museum, and more. Follow the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame on Facebook and learn more about us at NorthDakotaCowboy.com. And consider becoming a member today at the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. Come ride with us into the future, proudly honoring and preserving our past.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors, live from the hub at Hazen Bay. Thanks to Fitter Oil Company and Chris Fitter and the rest of the crew. Jared up here, the manager up this way. And, well, I shouldn't say that. He's like the executive manager because Alexis is the actual manager of the store. So big thanks to those guys for giving us our studios here today here as it's kind of early in the morning. Everybody's out fishing right now. I mean, there's how many boats out there right now?
Teams in the tournament. What is there, 160?
160, 170.
180.
How you doing? Welcome to KFY or KOLY and KGFX here as people coming through, grabbing some, you know, they got some bait here. What else they got?
They've got bait. They've got worms, minnows, and beer.
And
what else do you need?
And
daiquiris.
Here's the thing. Adult slushies. Now, we had a thing before in the first half hour, the daiquiri whacker.
Yeah.
I thought it was like just a type
I thought they were trying to be funny, but no,
But-
it's on Amazon. $499, the Extreme Daiquiri Whacker.
Turn and show it. There you go. It's a steel chainsaw powered daiquiri blender mixer thing.
I think we need to get Fitter Oil to sponsor one of them.
We'll see how that
What do you think, Tom? You in?
Yeah.
Well,
he's sticking with water. is what
Yeah, he's
sticking
going
with
fishing,
over
though.
there.
He's a little smarter than us.
I think that doesn't take a whole hell of a lot there. But Chuck down in Pierre, he found that right away for
He was
us.
on it.
Yeah, he was like, I want to see what this daiquiri whacker. I think, see, here's the thing. I have a chainsaw that I'm going to be upgrading because it's just the bar is not big enough for some of the trees I need to get through. We have the motor. It can't be that hard to find a.
We can figure something up.
You
were trying to figure out how to cut hay with a combine last night. I'm pretty sure we can make a daiquiri whacker.
Well, that's true. Okay, let's go. You got the Governor's Cup North Dakota. I have the South Dakota.
I will have here in a second. I got side railed in this daiquiri whacker thing. All right, here we go.
All right.
So last weekend up in Garrison, held out of Garrison, Fort Stevenson, I believe they go out of. The 2019 North Dakota Governor's Cup was July 19th and 20th. Winning weight on that was team of Schumacher and Wentz. So their winning weight was 41.85 pounds, which is pretty much in line with
most tournaments.
With the normal winning weight. I'm really excited to see this evening over in Beulah what type of total weight we come up with those couple big numbers first day. What was the South Dakota winning weight?
It says 11.59 pounds.
That's one day. It's way over on the right.
This is all I got. This is tournament team results.
Let me see that.
All right. It's a little bit hard to find some of this information, so I'm going off of the 45th Annual South Dakota Governor's Cup Facebook page post. So if this is incorrect, it may be incorrect. and it might be another.
Yeah, you're missing part of the sheet.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to do the totals. I'm just going to do the top 5 people and,
All right.
and how they placed.
Sounds good.
All right. So I'm going to go then. So you look at it. In 5th place, Scott Millard and Toby Miller. In 4th place, Gary Nelson and Travis Frazee, I believe it's pronounced. In 4th place, Dale and Mark Brandenberger. And 2nd place, Pat Donovan, Jeremy Chichoini. The people down there know.
Closest I'm going to get.
And Jesse Rick and Brandon Cates got 1st place. And yeah, so I wish I had more of the sheet here, but this is what I could find here
right
this
side
morning.
of the sheet's cut off on the picture there. North Dakota top 5 was Ken Schmidt and Mark Jones. 4th place was Wade Mueller and Tim Bayer. 3rd place was Team Guthmiller, Norbert and Dustin Guthmiller. 2nd place is Lonnie Jacobs and Janie Landseidel. And then that 1st place team again, Ricky Schumacher and Kerry Wentz with 41.85 pounds. It seems to be pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Guys that can get into the fish and turn in 10 fish, you're going to be around that 40 pounds for these tournaments, give or take 2 or 3 either direction. So it was exciting yesterday. We came rolling in a little bit late for check-in after helping people with some problems out on the lake, and to see that 28 and 29 number up there, that's big numbers for one day fishing.
Also, a couple other things going on besides fishing. North Dakota Game and Fish the pronghorn lottery application is out right now.
And swans, I think,
and
too,
swan
huh?
too. But the deadline for the pronghorn application is August 7th. So next week.
A little bit of time.
You got a little bit of time. They do it really quickly here. So the swan applications are also available. Everything's online on North Dakota Game and Fish. I do everything for my South Dakota stuff online too. It's very user-friendly nowadays. It's really simple. And I'll get to some South Dakota stuff here in a little bit. But
about a year ago, North Dakota, maybe 2 years ago already, they went 100% online. They had online available a few years back, but they did away completely with paper apps now.
Right.
There are some businesses, I know, like the hardware store in Hazen and the hardware store in Beulah both. If you go in there and don't have the ability or capability to get your licenses done online, they will help you do it at those stores, a lot of the places that used to sell the paper licenses. Now, what I don't know is for like your federal duck stamp.
That came up last night when I applied for my pronghorn tag. It came up as part of, do you want to purchase this too?
So you can do that online now too. Okay.
As far as I know, you can.
Not a big waterfowl guy, so I wasn't sure about that.
All right, another story. North Dakota Game and Fish Fisheries recently finished stocking 140 lakes across North Dakota with walleye fingerlings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was a record year.
That happened last week, I think.
Yeah. With largest stocking efforts in history for that agency. More than 11.3 million fingerlings from Garrison Dam Fish Hatchery, which is the previous record. They beat it by 1 million.
Jeez.
So that's a lot.
There's a lot of rumors.
I want to know who's out there counting those.
A lot of rumors going around here the last few years about the fish hatchery closing. And yeah, and I guess that's a story I could dig into for you here in the next week or so. I got some contacts up here that would probably know quite a bit about it. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know what would happen with our fisheries in North Dakota, not just Lake Sakakawea, but they stock lakes all over the state. So I really hope there's no teeth to that rumor.
Yeah, there's a couple other stories I want to hit here in the South Dakota side. I'm trying to dig up here and find. Thanks to Jody down at KGFX, she sends me all kinds of great stuff, which I appreciate that. So keep that going on here. If anybody has any information, you can surely send that to me. It's just sometimes a little bit tougher when I have it all saved in one device.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're pretty fortunate up in this country and everywhere in the state. We talked about this last night too, where you talked about rural telecoms earlier. We've got the tourism in this state. It has a lot to do with the outdoors, whether it's hunting, fishing, waterfowl, upland game. We've got companies like Fitter Oil who stock bait and fuel. They have fuel up here at Hazen Bay. The other thing we've got is small town grocery stores. It's getting harder and harder to make sure we've got groceries in these towns, and it really is a big deal to support your local businesses. And when you're out and about, coming up here to Lake Sak from Bowman and Slope County, don't swing through Walmart and get your groceries. Stop into the grocery store in Hazen or Beulah, or get it right here at the lake. Beulah Bay has a nice little store. We stopped in there yesterday, and when we had to drop them guys off at the dock. So there's places all over up here. 2 nice campgrounds, facilities at both, full water hookups, boat ramps. There's also Dakota Waters over next to Beulah Bay. So there's all kinds of boat ramps on the south shore of Lake Sakakawea here for you to check out.
I like mom and pop stores.
Yep,
I really do. You know, and when you get those small town type of atmosphere, and they usually know a lot more than you think. You know, they know where to go fishing.
They're a wealth of knowledge.
You know, you get all these guys coming in, you overhear things once in a while. You'll figure that out. So where are you going to send me? I'm going to take my father-in-law here with me. We're going to jump in your fishing boat while you go rescue another person with your big fancy boat. We're going to be in the fishing boat. What depth?
Howard's fishing boat.
Howard's fishing boat. Somebody's fishing boat.
Yeah.
Now, last night we discussed with one of Jamie Breck's friends. Was his name Travis, I believe?
I believe so.
Okay. And he said
I was a little sleepy.
Early, shallow. Later in the day, like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We're talking up to 20, 25 feet.
Yeah, he said at daybreak, he's still been catching fish in 5-6 feet of water, which I just have a hard time fishing that shallow. I never have. And I don't know if he's pitching jigs that shallow or if he's actually pulling bottom bouncers.
Right.
With the lake level where it's at right now and all the bushes and trees and weeds in the water,
especially
I would
up on the
think
shorelines.
you'd be a snagging son of a gun at 6 feet.
Yeah.
But, he said that early in the morning, right after daybreak, really shallow, and then by 9:30, 10 o'clock, they move out into that 14 to 40 feet, depending on what you're looking for. So I'm gonna put you just outside of Hazen Bay here so I can find you when I'm done with this boat rescue mission.
Well, you can put us there. I'm not saying I'm going to still be there.
I can see that happening.
I might go North Shore.
You're going to have to come back and get me.
You
I guess we could just put the big boat in the middle of the lake and throw the anchor out and go find it later.
You just never know when you're going to need it.
That's true.
You know?
Good point.
We need a boat to go take a nap during midday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we could put the canopy up and put Gene to bed about 2 o'clock.
Take a little snooze.
Yeah.
But, so
he might not be the only one.
South Dakota allows party fishing.
Okay.
Okay. So if there's 3 of us in a boat and the limit's 4 apiece, we can.
Everybody can fish till there's 12.
As long as we can fish, there's 12. North Dakota doesn't do that. Do they?
I don't know. I usually don't have to worry about.
I don't think they
limits.
do. I don't think they don't allow party hunting or party fishing. So once I'm done, I'm putting my rod away and I'm good to go. Let you guys take care of the rest.
If you are limited out and Gene's limited out, we're done.
What's the limit here? 5?
Yeah.
Right. And South Dakota is 4. Okay. So I haven't fished North Dakota yet this year.
Really?
No.
I've went out once.
So it'll be interesting.
I went out once with a 5 and a 7-year-old in a boat that I wasn't familiar with. It didn't go well.
Now, getting kids involved into the fishing side, how is that? Since I don't have any children.
It's really good if you're catching fish.
Otherwise, not so much.
Well, the attention span's a little short. You know, remember when we went to Lake Harmony, little tiny lake there?
It was Travis.
Travis George, you're right.
Yeah, George. Yeah.
That little lake we went, floated the boat electric,
Yeah.
and I took the girls out there this spring and full of crappie and bluegill and perch, and we caught a couple fish right away. And boy, just excited and cast it out there for me again. And then we went about 15 minutes without a bobber floating. They were done.
That's how you teach kids patience, though, isn't
it? You come on up, and I'll turn you loose in the boat with them 2 girls.
You bet.
You know, but I've got friends, a good friend of mine up here, a good fisherman, Casey Holen. His boys, they've been fishing since they didn't even know what a boat was. And I think if you grew up with it and you go out a lot and you learn what it's all about and you get into a day or two where it is hot, it's a little no different than us. It's a lot easier to go through them days where you get skunked or only get 1 fish all day. If every once in a while you go out there and catch a limit of hogs, it's kind of like eagling 1 hole in golf every 10 years keeps you spending money on that dumb sport.
So yesterday something happened that on the way to Pick City, we went up and had a steak up at Little's, right?
Little's Bar and Grill.
Little's Bar and Grill up there. Great steak. Bacon wrapped tenderloin. Yes. Yeah, it was good. So something happened that I never thought I'd see in my life last night. Do you remember what happened?
No.
On the way up there, we were driving, and there was a coyote on the side of the road just sitting there.
Sat there and looked at us, and we didn't stop and shoot it.
You didn't grab the rifle. You didn't grab the pistol. You didn't grab the rifle in the back seat.
Coyote.
Yeah, you were.
I was tired.
Yeah, I know you were tired, but seriously,
I know.
We've never, ever passed up a coyote shot.
No.
And he just stood there and watched.
Yeah, it would have been fairly easy, but
Ivan says the only way he's catching fish is with dynamite.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not legal. I'll sit back and watch this. See if we can get the show on the road like that, and we can broadcast on the 3 great radio stations in the Missouri River Basin and on YouTube. We can follow you around,
and we can prove that we caught fish on the air like we did last year, and everybody is saying
they thought we were all making it up as we go. Yeah.
Speaking of Ivan Lardy, he asked us yesterday when we were in the water where the fish were biting, and I told him in the lake. So, do you have any luck there yesterday, Ivan? I don't know. We didn't get a whole lot of time to fish yesterday.
Was that Ivan or is that Alan?
No, it was Ivan.
Okay.
We
didn't see Alan Getz up here yet.
No, well, he moved back to Rame country, so I don't know if he's up here this weekend or not.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't get a whole. There's all kinds of people here. For us that don't have a boat in a little time, is there charters anymore?
There is. There's a couple guys out of Pick City. A couple guys out of Riverdale. I believe there's 1 or 2 out of Garrison. I don't know any of the names of them off the top of my head, but I tell you what, if you called Little's Bar and Grill in Pick City and talked to Lee Little,
I'm sure he would know.
guarantee you he can give you multiple names and numbers of people to take you out. You know, I know you go down to Mobridge and fish with Brent Kemnitz.
And there's a lot of other people in Mobridge besides Brent.
There is. We just know him.
I just go to Brent because I've seen him at a few NRA events.
Yep. So it's pretty much any large body of water with fish. There's guys that'll take you out. It's just the trick of finding out who they are and getting their number. So
and it's going to cost a little bit, but it's a lot cheaper than buying a boat.
Yes,
especially if you go out like yesterday and the engine quits and the fuses blow out and your bilge pump doesn't work.
Yeah,
so
not fun.
Did you have that insured?
No.
Well, there you go.
No, I did not.
See, a lot less stress for you today.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a question for you, insurance-wise, on fishing boats or any kind of boat, water vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get more expensive as the bigger you get or the fancier the boat is, or is it pretty much
just value-based?
Okay.
Most companies, it's just value-based. It's a price per $100 or price per $1,000 of value. The liability side of things, now that these motors we're getting into are just crazy. They got 400-horse outboards now. Yeah. You got a 400-horse outboard, your liability is going to go up a little bit because they know that boat can go 70. So there's a better chance of wrecking the boat, running into things, having issues. So
how about the guy with the 36-foot with twin 500s in it?
I'd have to see if I even have a place to insure that. It is. There's no different than someone rolls in with a Lamborghini. I don't know if I have a place to insure a Lamborghini. So
there's a thing that
a big boat.
There's a lot of people don't realize is when you buy some of these ATVs, UTVs, kind of the you want to go purchase it, and you just assume you're going to get insurance coverage.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's pretty darn difficult.
There's certain motorcycles I have a hard time insuring. ATVs and UTVs, not so much, other than some of the off-brand foreign ones, even little 50cc scooters.
Like the Vespas?
Yeah, no, Vespas are pretty common, but I don't remember the name of the one that somebody came in with the other day. It was like a little Honda 250 Rebel.
Yeah.
But it was like a Koyu or something like that.
Okay.
I had no companies that would insure it. And I think part of the reason is because you can't get parts. So if they get wrecked at all, they're total.
Total no matter what.
So they won't insure them. So it gets tough. But yeah, a 36-foot boat with twin 500s that'll go 75 mile an hour. I don't even know if Progressive will write that. I'd have to do some calling.
You tell me Flo ain't going to cover that?
Flo's a little picky once in a while. She's getting pickier by the day.
But they got the price tool thing.
For 15 years, I could proudly say that I could insure anybody in their autos because Progressive will write you. I've had
Flo, not so much anymore.
I've had 5 or 6 people where even Progressive told me, sorry, we're not doing it. So yeah, it gets a little interesting these days. Things are tightening up.
Darren says, I'm going to leave Hazen Bay and go straight across the lake. That's where to go fishing.
I know where he's talking. That's where we fished last year.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I might not be there when you come back here. So, all right, as we wrap up the broadcast here, KFYR Bismarck, KOLY in Mobridge, South Dakota, also KGFX. Look how busy Alexis is all of a sudden.
I know. He's
running all over.
Oh, there we go. Someone's getting smart now.
There we go. You bet.
Oh, I thought Tom was getting that vodka. Thought he changed his mind. He had all that water, needed something mixed with. Oh, there he goes for some Miller Lite. There we go. Can't go to the lake without some beverages.
I always thought fishing and a couple beers went hand in hand, but evidently not.
I drink beer and I have a fishing problem. No, other way around.
You fish and have a drinking problem.
That one adult slushy is getting to me.
I guess. Better cut him off before anything else happens here. So anyway, broadcast-wise, you can find me on many different social medias right now. I'm on Instagram. Okay?
Yep.
Under Broke Rancher. I'm on Facebook, and a lot of people still follow me on there.
Yep.
I'm on Twitter, which I hardly ever check because I don't know why. Just not into that as
No.
This new thing called MeWe. Okay, and I know it sounds silly, but certain things on Facebook social media, they won't let me post, like all the animals blowing up prairie
stuff up,
dogs
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So MeWe, they don't care. They're like,
He tried to tell
"Come
me
on
that
in."
he was on this thing called MeWe the other night, and I thought he was turning into Beaker from Sesame Street in the 80s. I don't know what the heck he was talking about.
So Beaker, huh? I remember that. I'm just getting things lined up here for the outro here as we go.
Him and the Yup guys.
Yeah, I remember the aliens. Yeah. So anyway,
those guys are our age. They laughed when I said the aliens.
So a big thanks to Chris Fitter Oil Company, also Jared and Alexis up here at the hub at Hazen Bay. If you're swinging through, heading to Lake Sak, make sure you stop in. They have everything you need with a smile. She brought donuts for us this morning for breakfast. I mean, you can't beat that here. So a big appreciation. Thanks for tuning in to Dakota Prairie Outdoors on the 3 great radio stations. Also on YouTube Live. Thanks to all subscribers. Go to subscribe, Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. Have yourself a great weekend. And if we catch any fish, find me on social media.
Yeah, we'll throw some pictures
try
out
to
there.
throw some photos up there. Have a great weekend. All right, everybody, YouTube Live, thanks for checking in. And please share and send my subscription to the rest of the people on YouTube. Help me build it up a little bit better. Have yourself a good one.